What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Cam. I'm back at it again with another midweek motivation. And listen, we're ending our series, What's in Your Heart. And I wanted to end on this. It's been so important that we've identified the things that can hinder us from accomplishing everything that God has called us and commissioned us to do in this year of 2018, which I believe is the year of victory. So I think it's so important, it's so vital that we understand the four major things that are in our hearts that hinder us from accomplishing those goals. And once again, just reading back through my notes here, which is guilt, hurt and anger, greed and jealousy. Just to recap, so guilt is the first enemy, and guilt is the result of having done something that we perceive as wrong. And the message in a person that seems to be guilty is that I owe. And then hurt and anger is that something was done to you. Somebody owes you something. So that is when we get angry when we don't get what we want. We get angry when we've allowed the things of the past, the people that have hurt us, to take place and take root in our hearts. And now we can't forgive and we can't get past those things because we're still holding on to that hurt. And then we get to greed, and greed is we feel that we deserve more and more worldly and wealth and goods, as opposed to what God says is best for us in our season, in our time. And then the last one, like we spoke about last week, was jealousy. Jealousy is something that you want or that you covet that someone else has, that you feel that you deserve more than you should. I just want you to understand this simple thing, this one simple thing, okay? Jesus predicted that what originates in the secrecy of our hearts won't always remain a secret. Eventually, it will find its way into our homes, into our offices, and to our neighborhoods. So don't let what's in your heart hinder you from building relationships. Don't let what's in your heart hinder you from going after everything that God has called you to do. And don't let what's in your heart hinder you from walking through doors that God has opened for you in this season and in this day. So it's so important that we understand these things, okay? I'm going to leave you with some Bible because that's what we talk about here. I'm going to read you this. It says, what goes into someone's mouth does not defile them, but what comes out of their mouth, that's what defiles them. Then it goes on to say, don't you see whatever enters into the mouth goes into the stomach and then goes out of the body. But the things that come out of a person's mouth come from the heart, and these things defile them. For out of the heart come evil thoughts, murder, adultery, sexual immorality, theft, false testimony, and slander. So let's understand that you may trick people with your words, but God knows your heart. We cannot enter into this next season of our lives bound by the issues of our hearts. Okay. David prayed one of the most powerful prayers in Psalm 51 after he blew it. A man who was anointed by God, a man who the Bible says had a heart after God. And this particular person fell from grace, fell from glory because of the issues in his heart. And he said in Psalm 51, he said this. He said, Psalm 51:10, create in me a clean heart and renew in me a right spirit. So in this next season, I just pray that God would create in you a clean heart and renew in you a right spirit. Allow your mindset to change about the things that in your past, the things that have hurt you, the things that have caused you to feel neglected and hurt and greedy and jealous and angry. I pray that these things will be dealt with. These issues will be resolved, because we want to experience the true victory that God has for us this year. I don't know about you, but I know I do. All right. So I'm praying for you guys. I love you guys. Remember, you're great. You're awesome. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. And don't let the issues in your heart hinder you from being all that you can be. Love you. God bless you. See you back here on Midweek Motivation. Peace.